What is happening, you beautiful folks at home? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode. On this video, I got a challenge for you guys. So as you can tell by the title, by the thumbnail, I went on TEMU and I actually purchased the cheapest bait casting reel that I could possibly find. And it ran me all of a whopping $7. That's right. All I spent on this reel that I'm gonna be fishing with today was $7. So basically what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna fish with it. I came to a spot that's kind of an old reliable spot, a spot that I've been to many times before, a spot that I know that I can catch fish at. So we're just gonna see if we can break this reel in, see if it is, worth $7, or maybe it should be worth less, or maybe they could even retail it for a more expensive price. Maybe it's worth more than $7. So that's exactly what we're gonna find out in today's video. But hold on, before we get started, I have a special quick announcement for you guys. What is going on, everybody? Before we get this video kicked off and before we use the $7 reel from TEMU, I want to talk to you guys about something real quick. Specifically, these right here. These rods from Empire Rods that you guys can get your hands on. Now, they are absolutely awesome rods, and luckily I can say that I have joined their pro staff and I picked one of these rods up for myself, and this is completely no bias at all because I don't even have like a partnership with them. I'm just on their pro staff team. Now, they have all the lengths and weights that you guys would possibly need to pick up a rod for yourself. And at checkout, if you use code RobAndReel10, you can save 10% off on one of these rods right here. If you guys do want to check out their website, I will leave the link in the description so you can do that. And yeah, like I said, use code RobAndReel10, save 10%, save some cash, and go out there and catch some bigs on one of these sticks. Now back to the video. Now that I got that quick word out about Empire Rods and we are all rigged up and ready to go, it's time to get after it and see what this reel's like, what it fishes like. I mean, like I said in the intro, it was $7, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm expecting it to work, but I'm not expecting it to outperform a Corrado or a, SLX or a Lose reel or something like that. I just want it to work. I want it to be able to catch fish because this is the only casting reel I have for this rod today. I didn't bring my Corrado that I usually have on this setup. But yeah, we're just gonna get after it. Again, make sure you use code RobAndReel10 at checkout so you can get an Empire Rods rod for 10% off. They're great sticks. I've caught two of my biggest bass ever on those sticks. But without further ado, let's not waste another moment and let's get out there. Okay, that cast was honestly kind of smooth. It casts pretty well. No way, no way, no way. There's a fish, there's a fish. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. That's a good one too. That's a good fish, that's a good fish. No freaking way. Is this real life? He spit it, no! He spit it, he spit it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell, but he spit it. Oh my gosh, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. I gotta keep my voice down because it's pretty early on a Saturday morning and these people in these homes right here do not want to hear me throwing a hissy fit. Oh my gosh, dude, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. But yeah, guys, that was like a 3-pound bass. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. All we have left to do is just get back in there and see if we can make it happen. Dude, this reel honestly does not cast bad. Once you get the settings all locked in, it honestly casts pretty dang good. It doesn't reel super well. It's not super smooth when it comes to reeling, but the casting side of things, not bad for $7. Won't lie to you guys. I'm getting it out there fair ways. I'm gonna have a review of this reel overall at the very end of this video, so stay to the very end, stick around to see my final thoughts on this reel. But my initial thoughts, we can definitely catch some fish on this thing today, as we almost just did. One more initial comment I'll make about the reeling is that it isn't that it's not smooth, it's that I can't really reel it that fast. I have to work pretty hard to get that chatterbait to move pretty quick, and I like kind of working my chatterbaits pretty fast. I'm not able really to do that. On TEMU, there wasn't really a gear ratio option. It was just I kind of buy whatever it gives me. At least for this reel, I don't think there was, but there may have been, and it could just be that I'm just an idiot, and that's probably what it is, to be honest. There's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. Come on, stay on, please. Please stay on. Come on. Yes, there we go, boys. There's one on the freaking TEMU casting reel. That is what I'm talking about. That isn't a bad fish either. Nice little freaking football on the white bladed jig. Came just right out too. We're gonna go ahead and send this guy back right now. All right, buddy. Thank you so much for eating. I'll see you next time. That was kind of a weird release. He kind of clung on to my thumb skin. He didn't really want to let go, so did a little backflip, but that's all right. We got him sent back. He swam off strong. That's what I'm freaking talking about, boys. Woof! That is the first fish of the day on the TEMU $7 reel. If we can maybe get 2 or 3 more of those guys, I mean, I will say that's most definitely challenge completed. We should have one more, actually. That first fish that you guys saw that came off, that first fish that came off was probably bigger than the one that we just caught, but I'm not complaining. We got one fish on the TEMU reel. That's really all I got to say, man. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna give my final thoughts at the end of this video, so I'm gonna save that for then, obviously. So I don't really have much else to say other than let's just get back in there and see if we can complete this challenge. I was so scared that that fish was gonna come off, and I had to freaking flip him through this tall grass too. That was sketchy as. We're gonna get back in there because maybe there's a couple more in there that are lurking and are searching for my chatterbait. Yes, yes, there's a fish. Come on. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I think. I can't tell. He's not that big, actually. Super skinny guy, but that's our second fish of the day, so I will absolutely take it. He jumped out there, and I thought he was way bigger than he is. There we go. Got him undone. I mean, he's a pretty guy. Little bit skinny, but overall not too bad. Not a bad looking fish at all. Again, we're gonna let this guy go right over here so we don't have to toss him. One more quick look. Really like the colors on this guy. He's really green fish. These fish, a lot of these fish in here are super healthy. All right, see you, buddy. Take care. Okay, if we can get one more fish. Whoa. As I was saying, if we can get one more fish, then we will definitely have completed the challenge for today. Definitely have completed the $7 reel challenge. I think I'm gonna just stay in this spot, take a few more casts, stay in this spot, and hopefully we get one more green guy. Yes, come on, get him in, get him in, get him in. Let's go, get him in. Come on, get in here. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go, dude. That is our third fish of the day. Super pale guy, but I don't care, man. Another just barely hooked fish. Just popped right out. Oh my gosh. You gotta freaking love it, man. That is our third fish of the day. We may be on him now, guys. This is our second bite in a matter of probably 3-ish minutes. So maybe we can stick it out just for a little bit longer and we can maybe catch a couple more. If we could get to 5, I would absolutely love if we could get to 5 fish today. Boom, let's go, guys. A pretty solid fish, super pale guy. We're gonna go ahead and, as we always do, get a release on this guy real quick. All right, pal, it was a pleasure. Now I'm gonna send you back. Let him go, let him grow. Oh, belly flop. I did not mean for that to happen. That was not my best release. Well, like I said, that wasn't my greatest, most graceful fish release of all time, but that is fish number 3. We may have found where these fish are located. There's like a little grass patch, and then there's a little water flow coming out of a storm drain. And I'm casting in between those two structures, and that's where I'm getting most of my bites. So we're gonna stick it out just for a little bit longer. Yes, it is super hot, and it's only like 10:20, 10:30, and it is insanely hot. I need a gallon of blue Gatorade like pronto, but I'm gonna stick it out, see if I can try to catch a couple more fish for you guys, because I know that's what you want to see me do. You want to see me suffer. You want to see me stick it out here in the 126-degree heat with a reel that's $7. But hey, we're catching fish, so I'm all for it. So I'm gonna put this camera down, I'm gonna pick that reel back up, and we're gonna get to cranking. So let's do it. Like I said, boys, today it is a classic Texas scorcher, man. It is freaking hot. I need that October fall weather to get here immediately, and there's a freaking turtle. Don't think about eating my chatterbait, dog. I need that October fall weather to get here immediately. Once that weather comes, once that 70-degree consistency comes, it'll probably be a pretty hard time for me to stay inside and not be fishing and filming for you guys. So I don't want to use it as an excuse, but that is one reason I've been a little inactive on the tube recently. It's just been so dang hot. Plus I've been moving. I went on vacation to Port Aransas. You guys already saw that video. If you didn't, it will be linked in the description. Oh, he hit it right by the bank. I saw this fish eat it. Oh my gosh, that's fish number 4, boys. I saw this fish eat it right by the freaking bank. That was crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. Come on, buddy, let it go. There we go. Got it out. Dude, that is another good fish, man. All these fish are built the exact same. They all kind of look the same, but I'm very confident that they're all different fish just because of how big this pond is. And I saw that fish eat my bladed jig right by the freaking bank. That was unreal. That was a crazy eat. That was insane too. There we go, boys. That is a pretty decent fish, man. That is our 4th fish of the day, actually, on the $7 reel. And that is a nice fish at that. So we're gonna get this guy back in the water, but man, I just wanted to show you guys this fish on the actual camera, and man, we definitely succeeded in this challenge today. So I'm gonna go ahead, send Buddy back, and we're gonna take just a few more casts to see if we can get any more green bass just like this one. See you, Buster. Thanks for playing, dog. Man, it was an absolute scorch fest out there today. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go hop in a pool of Gatorade, blue Gatorade, and ice, and drink the entire pool. And then I'll meet you guys back at the crib for the final moment that you guys have been waiting for, and that is my final opinions on this $7 reel from TEMU. If you haven't been waiting on that, then I apologize for putting words in your mouth, but I assume that's what you guys have been waiting on, is to see my opinions on this reel and if I can catch fish. And we found out that I can catch fish on the $7 reel. So yeah, I'm gonna go hop in that Gatorade pool, drink the entire pool, and then I'll meet you guys back at the house and I'm gonna explain the reel. So without further ado, let's hit the freaking road. Well, here she is, This right here is the reel that made all the magic happen in today's mission. Super quickly, before I sign off, bid my farewells and say goodbye to you beautiful people at home, I want to go over what I think about this reel and the fact that it cost me just $7. So first, let's take a look at the design. I mean, it's an all black, it's a pretty sleek design. My least favorite part for sure about the design of this reel are definitely the knobs on the reel handle. They're not super comfortable, especially when you're going from something like a Corrado with those super like soft, well textured knob handles, and then you go to something like this. It's definitely a change, but it's $7. You get what you paid for. So that is really my only fault that I have on the actual design of this reel. It's a pretty good design despite the fact that it only cost me $7. Like I've said many times before, I don't think I've said it enough. Yes, it cost me $7 and it performed well today. It actually performed a lot better than I anticipated that it would. It caught us 4 fish. All 4 fish were pretty solid. Unfortunately, we did lose one that I think was probably bigger than any of the ones that we caught today. But that's besides the point. We're not too worried about that right now. We'll go back, catch him another day. But another thing, we'll talk about the actual casting of the reel. It casted pretty well. There were very few times that I found myself having to sit there and pick out a backlash. Very few times that happened. It did happen, obviously. I mean, that happens with every reel. That happens with this reel. That happens with all the reels that I have on those rods sitting over there. It happens with every reel. I mean, backlashes are a part of fishing with a baitcaster. One more thing I want to touch on about this reel is the actual reeling process of it. Now, I'm sure you guys heard it throughout the video. It was a pretty loud reel. It wasn't as stealthy as something like a Corrado or something like a Lew's speed spool or whatever you guys prefer. It wasn't very quiet. It was a very loud reeling sound, and it proved to be a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Like it wasn't terrible. That's really the only fault I have on this reel is the knob handles and the sound that it makes when you reel. It's not a super smooth process to reel your bait in. But like I said before, $7. Have I mentioned that yet? You get what you paid for. Well, guys, thank you for sticking to the very end of the video. If you are here, I would appreciate if you went down, dropped a comment. Let me know what your favorite reel is that you've ever used. My personal favorite reel that I've ever used is probably a Shimano Corrado K. Not the DC, but the Corrado K. Those reels are smooth as heck, and they're affordable. They're like a 180, I want to say. Like, they're on the more expensive side, but they're very affordable. So I would say that was probably my answer for my favorite reel that I've ever used, but I want to know your guys' opinion on that question. So if you've made it this far, please drop a comment. Let me know. I'll respond to every single one of them. But yeah, man, I appreciate the view, and I will catch you guys right back here on the channel again next week, right back in the same spot. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. Stay safe, stay cool, stay catching fish, and I'm out of here. Peace.